Talk about your blessings more than you talk about your problems. To succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces: desire, belief, and expectation. Welcome back to the part 2 in celebration of being alive, written by Dr. Christian Bernard. So let us recollect what you have learned in the previous session. In the first session, you have learned about the lesson. The essay, In Celebration of Being Alive, is a story narrated by Christian Bernard about an accident that he had faced along with his wife and the lessons he had learned from the children in the hospital. So let us once again recollect what we have learned in the previous session. Christian Bernard was a South African heart surgeon. He narrates about the accident he had faced along with his wife and the lessons he had learned from the children in the hospital. When he was in the hospital, he reflected on what his father would have said: suffering is God's way of testing and ennobling us. Bernard did not see anything noble about the suffering of the patients in the hospital. One day, his father showed him the half eaten biscuit. It was the last one his brother had before he died of a heart problem. Bernard found the suffering of the children miserable. Okay, shall we proceed to the next para before going to that? So, in this session, we'll deal the next four paras. So, I will explain the new words that you come across from these four paras. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking means extremely sad. Extremely sad. So it can be used in a sentence like, it's heartbreaking to see him wasting his life like this. And the next word, mutilate. Mutilate, it is a verb. It means to damage somebody's body very severely, especially by cutting or tearing off part of it. So it means to damage somebody's body very severely. It can be used in a sentence like, the body has been badly mutilated in the accident. Next, see this, Grand Prix. The word is pronounced as Grand Prix. It is a noun. It means one of a series of important international races for racing cars or motorcycles. Grand Prix. Example sentence, I like watching the Grand Prix races. I like watching the Grand Prix races. Next, solace. Next word is solace. Solace means it's a verb to make somebody feel better or happier when they are sad or disappointed. Disappointed. To make somebody feel better or happier when they are sad or disappointed. It can be used in a sentence like, she smiled as though solaced by the memory. See the next word, commandeer. Commandeer. Commandeer means to take control of a building, a vehicle, etc. for military purposes during war or by force for your own use. I repeat the meaning, to take control of a building, a vehicle, etc. for military purposes during a war or by force for your own use. This can be used in a sentence like, The soldiers had commandeered the farm and the villa 5 months ago. Next, galloping. Galloping means increasing or speeding rapidly. Galloping means increasing or speeding rapidly. For example, galloping inflation is pushing up prices. Galloping inflation is pushing up prices. Next, scraping. Scraping means noun. It's a noun. A small amount of something produced by scratching a surface. A small amount of something produced by scratching a surface. For example, it can be used in a sentence like, all that was left to eat were the scrapings from the bottom of the pan. Next, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. It means the capital and the largest city of the US state of Indiana. It is known for the Indianapolis 500 car race. It is known for the Indianapolis 500 car race. Next, intrepid. It is an adjective. Intrepid means very brave, not afraid of danger or difficulties. For example, a team of intrepid explorers went bravely into the dark cave. Next, another word is there, crew. Crew means all the people working on a ship, plane, etc. None of the passengers and crew were injured in the accident. So, crew is also there. I hope you have understood the meanings for the new words. Now, let us proceed to the next session. So, let us read the next para. As a doctor, I have always found the suffering of children particularly heartbreaking, especially because of their total trust in doctors and nurses. They believe you are going to help them. If you can't, they accept their fate. They go through mutilating surgery and afterwards they don't complain. So, in this para, as a doctor, the narrator of this essay, Dr. Christian Barnard, he says that he had always found the suffering of children particularly heartbreaking, means it makes him very sad. So, what was the profession of Dr. Christian Barnard? He was a doctor, he was a heart surgeon. He performs heart surgeries, heart operations. So, in this para, he says that the suffering of children is very sad, especially because of their total trust in doctors and nurses. So, the children in the hospitals trust doctors and nurses. So, they believe you are going to help them. So, what do they believe? They believe you are going to help them. If you can't, they accept their fate. If you can't help also, they will accept finally their fate. They go through mutilating surgery and afterwards don't complain. They undergo difficult surgeries and they never complain about it. So this is what he mentioned in this para about the suffering of the children. So he says, Bernard found the suffering of children miserable. Children implicitly trust doctors and nurses, believing that they can help them. Even if they can't help them, they accept their fate. So, let us go to the next para. One morning, several years ago, I witnessed what I call the Grand Prix of Cape Town's Red Cross Children's Hospital. It opened my eyes to the fact that I was missing something in all my thinking about suffering, something basic that was full of solace for me. So here he narrates, Dr. Bernard says, he had witnessed what he called a Grand Prix. So Grand Prix, what is a Grand Prix here? Grand Prix means one of a series of important international races of racing cars or motorcycles. So such an incident had happened in the hospital. The name of the hospital was Cape Town's Red Cross Children's Hospital. So the impact it was made opened his eyes to the fact that he had totally changed his thinking about suffering. So that incident changed his viewpoint about suffering. So it had made a great impact on his mind. So it made him to think a lot about suffering. So here the narrator explains the incident that had happened in the children's hospital. What was the name of the hospital? Cape Town's Red Cross Children's Hospital. He considers it as a Grand Prix. So because of it, he learned something about suffering. It had changed his thinking about suffering. So it brought him solace. Solace means to make somebody feel better or happier when they are sad or disappointed. It made him feel better. So it brought him solace. So in this para, he tells about that he had witnessed what he called a Grand Prix of Cape Town's Red Cross Children's Hospital. It opened his eyes. So let us go to the next para. What happened there that morning was that a nurse had left a breakfast trolley unattended, and very soon this trolley was commandeered by an intrepid crew of two, a driver and a mechanic. The mechanic provided motor power by galloping along behind the trolley with his head down, while the driver, seated on the mover deck, held on with one hand and steered by scraping his foot on the floor. The choice of the roles was easy because the mechanic was totally blind and the driver had only one arm. So, in this para, the narrator tells that an incident that he tells about a thing that had happened in the hospital. Dr. Bernard had witnessed several years earlier what he called a Grand Prix. Two boys tried to drive the breakfast trolley in the hospital. One of them, a handicapped boy, acted as a driver, and the other one, a blind boy, provided the motor power by working as a mechanic. The other patients joined in the fun and play. So in this para, he tells about the Grand Prix. The two boys are, one boy is totally blind, the other one had only one arm. These two one worked as a mechanic and the other worked as a driver for the breakfast trolley. So generally what does a breakfast trolley contain? It contains plates, spoons, cups and all the required items for the breakfast. So one day what happened? The trolley was left unattended by the nurse. So a nurse left it in the nursing home, in the hospital. And very soon what happened? This trolley was commandeered by an intrepid crew of two. Commandeered means to take control of the vehicle. So it was taken into control by the two boys. Intrepid means very brave. These two boys are very brave. So one acted as a driver and the other acted as a mechanic. The author says the choice of roles was easy because the mechanic was totally blind and the driver had only one arm. So this is how the situation was. So Bernard says, he had witnessed what he called a Grand Prix. Two boys tried to drive the breakfast trolley in the hospital. One of them is a handicapped boy who acted as a driver, and the other one, a blind boy, provided a motor power by working as a mechanic. See the next para. They put on quite a show that day, judging by the laughter and shouts of encouragement from the rest of patients. It was a much better entertainment than anything anyone puts on at the Indianapolis 500 car race. There was a grand finale of scattered plates and silverware before the nurse and ward sister caught up with them, scolded them, and put them back to bed. So they refers to the two boys, the blind boy and the boy with one hand. The both of them put on quite a show on that day. Judging by the laughter and shouts of encouragement from the rest of the patients means the other patients joined in the fun and play till the plates were scattered. As I told you, the breakfast trolley contained plates and saucers and cups. All these were scattered on the floor, and everybody enjoyed the scene. So what happened finally? The nurse and ward sister caught up with them, scolded them, and put them back to bed. The nurse and ward sister, they got angry and they controlled these boys and scolded them and put them back to bed. Thus this scene ended. So here in this para, the narrator describes about the Grand Prix and how it ended in the hospital. Hope you have understood the lesson. So now let us recollect what you have learned in this session. Christian Barnard was a South African heart surgeon. He narrates about the accident he had faced along with his wife and the lessons he had learned from the children in the hospital. Bernard found the suffering of the children miserable. They trust doctors and nurses and finally accept their fate. Several years earlier, Bernard witnessed what he called a Grand Prix. Two boys tried to drive a breakfast trolley in the hospital. One of them, a handicapped boy, acted as a driver, and the other one, a blind boy, worked as a mechanic. The other patients joined in the fun and play till plates were scattered. The ward sister scolded and put them back to bed. Hope you have understood the lesson. Now, who were the children? What lessons did Bernard learn from them? Who were the children and what lessons did Bernard learn from them? Do you want to know the answers? To know it, join in the next session.